Hello, and in this video we are going to look at how to rationalise the denominator of a surd where the surd has two terms. So we need to make the denominator rational, so we need to leave it without a surd, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the difference of two squares, which is a method of factorisation, in order to help us do this. When you factorise something using the difference of two squares, you get the same values, but the second term, one is positive and one is negative. And what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator of this fraction by 3 plus root 2. And you'll see why when we get to simplifying the denominator. So in this case, the numerator is nice and easy. I'm only multiplying by 1. And the denominator, I'm going to get 3 minus root 2, and I'm going to get 3 plus root 2. So I'm going to expand that using whatever method of expanding brackets that you prefer. And when I expand these, I'm going to get 4 terms. I'm going to get a 9, which is the 3 and the 3. I'm going to get a positive 3 root 2, which is this 3 from the first bracket and the positive root 2 from the second bracket. I'm going to get a negative 3 root 2, and that's this negative root 2 multiplied by this 3. And I'm going to get a negative root 4, which is this negative root 2 times this positive root 2. And then we're going to simplify that numerator. So root 4 is just 2. So I've got 9 subtract 2, which gives me 7. And then 3 root 2 take away 3 root 2 is nothing. So by multiplying here by 3 plus root 2, what I guarantee with my 4 terms that I've got here is that 2 of them are going to cancel out because they're going to have the same values, but one will be positive and one will be negative. And the final term is always the square of the third term, which means it's going to simplify to be an integer. So there we go. I have rationalised the denominator of this third. There is no further simplification that will go on with this fraction, so I am done. So this second one, it's going to go through very much the same process. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 2 minus root 3. If I can write a 2 in the bracket properly. So that's going to give me 5 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3, and as a denominator 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. So I'm going to expand these in the same way as before. I'm just going to cut a corner here just because I can. So when I expand the top here, I'm going to get a 10, which is the 5 multiplied by the 2. I'm going to end up with negative 3 root 3, and that's because I've got a positive 2 root 3 and a negative 5 root 3, which leaves me with negative 3 root 3, and then negative 3, which is what I get when I do root 3 times negative root 3. If I'm going to go through and simplify the denominator, I'm going to get 4 subtract 3. The middle terms cancel out, so I'm not going to bother working those out. And then I'm going to simplify what I've got. So I've got 7 minus 3 root 3 as a numerator, 1 as a denominator, and that just simplifies to 7 minus 3 root 3, so I don't even need a denominator there, and it has been simplified. Okay, so here's a couple for you. You can have a go at if you wish to. If you do, pause the video now. And here are the answers. And then here's 2 sets of questions for you to have a go at. Set B is just a harder set of questions. You've just got more expanding of brackets to do. The final question, E there, a little bit different from the rest, but if you simplify the denominator first, you'll see it becomes the form of those other questions and you should be able to deal with it. And here are the answers to those questions.